Hi, welcome back to Astrological Monthly Astrological Overview for June 2019 for Aries. Welcome to June, Aries. Now, you can reach me at my website, which is Readings by Leonard T. Munson, or my email address, readingsbyleonardtmunson.net, or my email address, mercury524@msn.com. You can also reach me on Facebook as Readings by Leonard T. Munson. Now, some of you will resonate with this and some of you won't. Some of you will already have been on that road to improve yourself, and some of you have not and need to be awakening to improve yourself. Now, you can check out my website and look at all the items and things that I have to offer in my catalog, and you can choose what service or what item that you would like to have. We will accept donations as tips from this reading, live reading for Aries. And if you want a private reading, you can again reach me as readingsbyleonardtmunson.net, or my email address, mercury524@msn.com, on my Facebook page, Readings by Leonard T. Munson. Hi, Aries. Well, June, which is the sign of Gemini, which is in theme. So your solar sun is in your third house, which is the house of communication. Okay, so you need to communicate effectively, directly to the point, and issues that you've been holding in, that has been bothering you, it needs to surface and be directed to the person, people, places, or thing, or use diplomacy. Be diplomatic about your presentation. Your presentation in any form of communication is important. Without that, we can approach these situations with some hostilities, and that will create the other party to be hostile too. So when you are directing your communication, which is your solar third house is in, the sign of Gemini will deal with communication. It deals with communication from the intellectual part by thinking. It deals with communication by speaking. It deals with communication by writing. It deals with communication by teaching. So Aries, you've got to up your communication skills. Okay? You need to express yourself in a diplomatic way. Get this stuff that you've been holding inside of you out. You want to speak your truth. And by speaking your truth, you can be effective getting across, but it must be diplomacy. If you speak with anger, because you are a Mars child, and you can be aggressive, then the other parties can be aggressive too, and then nothing gets settled, so we're back at where we started from. So you need to make a list of what and who that you need to speak to get your communication skills on and off in a positive way. Now we have several planets. We still have Jupiter in Sagittarius. And as you know, Sagittarius is the ninth house, and Jupiter is the planet that rules that house, the planet of expansion, new opportunities, etc. You heard this before. Then we have Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. Now these planets are all retrograding. Jupiter will go direct in August. Saturn and Pluto will go. Saturn will go direct in September, and Pluto will go direct in October. So now Saturn represents boundaries. So you'll reestablish these boundaries that you did not have before. Saturn also represents father figures, okay? And it also represents lessons to be learned. So whenever a planet is retrograding, we're going back to correct what we did wrong. So when it goes direct, we can move more smoothly. Okay. Pluto again represents these issues, this underground thing. Now Pluto is your co-ruler, so there are some issues that needs to be Light needs to be shown on it. And so it's time for you to bring it out from the underground and communicate it. And so you need to communicate it in this beautiful, effective diplomacy. And you will see that you're going to get more results than being aggressive. Okay? So you got to look at the big picture when you communicate. Okay? Using your facial expressions, using your eyes, and using your hands. Gemini represents communication, and they use their hands to communicate. Okay? So, one of the stones that I use to carry with me when I want to communicate effectively is called the carnelian. This is like a reddish orange tone stone. So carry this with you to help you to communicate very effectively and right to the point. Also, there's going to be some problem with your lower back. And I feel that Aries hold all that tension in there. So there's problems with your lower back. I suggest you take some Epsom salt baths. They have all different kinds of kelp, the coconut, the pink sea salt to take the tension out of your lower back. And also, you can heat this and put some organic castor oil on your back and massage this around that area. And this will give you some relief from it. Now, if there are some continuing problems, some might pick up that some of your areas are having problems here, you need to get it corrected. So you need to get it checked out before I see surgery for some of you, and it's not good. Okay, I also need to do some yoga stretching. Okay, stretch that back. Those muscles are kind of tight, so let's stretch it. Let's bend over slowly, arms crossed, breathing in and breathing out. When you breathe out, you're releasing oxygen into the muscles to make them untight themselves. So that's what you got to do if you want to feel better. Okay, so this is one of the stones. It's called a carnelian, and it will help you with your communication skills this month. And also, while the sun is in Gemini, will help you getting release of all that tension and stuff that Pluto wants you to get out. Okay, now Saturn and Pluto is in the 10th house, which deals with endings and new beginnings. Okay, it also deals with the house of reputation and public image and house of career. So I see some of you changing jobs, some of you getting promotions, and some of you finding the right job for you. And I also see some of you going back to school. Okay, now we also have Uranus and Venus in Taurus. Okay, Venus is the ruling part of Taurus. It rules the second house. It's a house of money, working, possession. So I see some of you moving or being prepared to move into a house, selling your house, or moving to a bigger house, or moving to an apartment. So I see all this combination coming in the month of August and September. Okay, then we have Mars in Cancer. Again, this house stuff. So there's aggressive push to get out and look for another resident relocation. And we also have Mercury in Cancer. So everything is expressed in emotions. So people are going to be emotional, expressing their wishes, desires, and things they want you to know. Again, keep that diplomacy and be a diplomat. Don't let the emotions override, and then things will get problems. Okay? So people are going to be more aggressive with their emotions because Mars is in Cancer and Mercury's in Cancer. They went into Cancer today. Okay? So it's time for you to express your feelings. If you have to say something to someone, it's time to say it. But the presentation, again, is the most important thing that has to be. Okay, Aries, your problems with sleep. Okay? You need to close your mind. So you need to close all windows to your electronic objects. Keep your bedroom with little light as possible and meditate. And while you're meditating, you're going to be so relaxed that you will fall asleep and have good sleep. So I see a lot of you are not having good sleep because your mind is racing, worrying, and getting everything out of the way and just messed up. Okay? So Aries, sit down and relax. Calm down. Okay? Now, I'm going to do a brief meditation. And I want you to concentrate on the one thing that's giving you a lot of problems. Okay, I'm going to direct you in this meditation, and then you will coordinate the meditation with the breathing and the music. And then you will see this issue that you're having an issue with and that you want to resolve it. And then I will pick a card connected to that issue that you have, and it will be the past, the present, and the future. Okay, let's start the meditation now. So I want you to breathe from the diaphragm, which is below your navel. I want you to breathe in. I want you to breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now while you're breathing, I want you to concentrate on the breath. The breath is the source of you doing this. Because when you breathe in, I want you to breathe in, you're breathing divine fresh energy to move that stale negative energy out of your environment, which is inside of you. And when you do that, you're connected with the source of the divine source of the universe. So let's breathe in, hold it, then breathe out. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out. Okay, now we're breathing in divine fresh energy. Oh, great divine breath. Expand my chest. Make my lungs wider. Breathe in your divine source and breathe out through the nose. Okay, now we're breathing in. Now let's concentrate on this one issue that is giving us a problem that we want to eliminate. We want to find a solution to this issue. So look at yourself finding the solution. See yourself confronting this person, place, or thing, sitting down, communicating diplomatically, and coming to a resolution of your issue. So come on, let's breathe in from the diaphragm. Oh, divine breath, moving through me, moving through every area of my being, down to my DNA. Hold it and release it through the nose. And as you release it, you're releasing the stagnation, the stalemate that is creating this issue for you, that's creating to worry. Okay, let's breathe in, breathe out. Divine fresh energy. As we breathe in, we are seeing the solution, the answer to this one issue that we are concerned about. Once we do that, then we have found the solution to it. Now I want you to coordinate the breath with the music and with the thought, the solution, the answer to it. Let's breathe in from the diaphragm. Oh, divine breath, moving through my cells, down to my DNA. Move this obstacle. See me doing this. Hold it. Breathe out through the nose. Now we're going to concentrate the breath and the thought and the music together so we can eliminate the problem that has been created. We will see ourselves finding a solution and an end to this issue. And this issue has something to do with believing in the divine source that comes through you, give you the tools to remove this obstacle out of your path. Let the music and the breath just float you into the source, into the center of the universe. Come face with the divine, himself or her, and let him or her give you the solution to this one issue that you've been having a problem with. So let's coordinate the breath. Breathe in from the diaphragm. Let this air come in. Coordinate the music and the solution and the thought. Now breathe out, and the solution is given to you. Now, let's come out of this meditation and see what the cards have said to what you have just looked at, eliminated, and created. Now I'm going to have 3 cards. My deck is called the Nefertiti deck. I'm shuffling. Now I'm going to take 3 cards from this deck. And the 3 cards represent the past, the present, and the future. So we're going to see the past of this issue. We're going to see the present, and then we're going to see the future of the solution. Now here's the deck. I'm taking this card here since it's sticking out. That's the past. I'm going underneath this one. I'm going to that. That's the future. That's the present, and this is the future. Now, in the first card, this is the card of the Chariot. The Chariot represents the symbol of the astrological sign Cancer. So whatever this communication issue is and problem that you meditate on has to do with emotions, feelings. And these feelings go up and down. So it's water. And this represents, the Chariot represents that you movement, change. It's a movement in this emotional issue. So it represents that you're in control of it because you found the solution to it. The present situation card, this is a negative. Whenever a card is facing you in this way, it's crossing you. It's an opposition to you. It opposes you. This is a challenge. So we're going to turn this around and be positive. And this is the Knight of Cups. Cups represents, again, emotions. So this is the emotional issue of situations. And Knight, again, represents movement, messages, and change, and taking that instability out of the situation. Okay? The final solution of the situation here, it was a negative. It was opposing you. It was crossing you. It's a challenge. So we're going to turn this around and be positive. And this is 9 of Cups. Again, it's cups. So this was an emotional issue. And you have ran away from your intuitiveness that was telling you in the past how to deal with it. So it tells you to listen to your feelings. So white represents protection. It represents prosperity. It represents spirituality. It represents calmness of the spirit. So this represents 9, represents letting go, cutting losses, prayer, and the realization. So this situation has been resolved. I hope you enjoy your June monthly overview of Aries and that you have learned the lessons here. And the lessons here, since communication is the issue here, to communicate your truth in a diplomatic way and not hold on things inside of you. Thank you, and I'll see you in July when the sun will be in Cancer. Bye.